Officially knocked out of the Europa League in the last episode means that we are going to be down into the Europa Conference League, which we will have those games coming up in February later in later episodes. But for now, we are currently sitting in 4th place in the Premier League, as you can see, and I will show you here the preliminary round of the Europa Conference League. We are going to be playing Viborg, and as long as we go through that, we'll be into the knockout rounds of the competition. So hopefully we can find our way to winning the Europa Conference League. That'd be pretty cool. Obviously, our sights were set on winning the Europa League at some point this season, but unfortunately we just couldn't get it done in the group stage. So now we have to focus on getting top 4 in the Premier League, winning either the Carabao Cup, FA Cup if we can, and then hopefully potentially winning the Europa Conference League. But obviously our main goal for this season is to get top 4 as well, so that we can get Champions League football for next year. But if we couldn't hack it in Europa League this year, I'm not sure if we'll be able to hack it in Champions League football next year. But last episode as a whole was pretty decent. I mean, overall I guess it was okay. We got 3 draws, a 1-1 draw against Chelsea to start off the episode. Then we lost in the Europa League 3-2 to Lens to seal our fate in that competition, of course. Then a 2-2 draw in the league against Everton and a 1-1 draw against Brentford, followed up by a 2-1 win against Manchester United in the league, which helps out a whole lot. And then, of course, we finished up the Europa League with a 3-1 win against Helsinki that, didn't matter at all, so we simulated that game. Up next, we have a home game against Arsenal, a home game against Newcastle, and then an away game against West Ham. We'll play the home game against Liverpool in this episode as well, and then we will likely simulate the game against Leeds, and we might even get into the Fulham game by the end of this episode as well. We'll just have to see how it goes. And we'll already be into the month of January, and we have our sights set on a couple of players to potentially bring into the squad in the center back position. So we have Levi Colwill, of course, a former player of Brighton. He is now at Roma, who are actually in the Europa Conference League as well as us in the preliminary round. So we could potentially bring him to us, but I did already go look and see his stats for the season, and he is playing for Roma quite a bit in the Europa League. He did, at least. Another player that was suggested was Dan Axel Zagadou from Stuttgart. That would be an interesting signing for sure. And then we, of course, still have Evan Ndicka from Rayo Vallecano. They are performing very, very badly in the Spanish league, so that would be probably my preferred choice would be to bring in Evan Ndicka in that left center back position. If we do decide to bring in Evan Ndicka, we will send out Leonardo Duarte out on loan, just because he will pretty much just no longer be needed. There won't be enough games for him to get into the squad for this season, so we'll send him out on loan for the rest of the year. But now let's go ahead and get into this game against Arsenal. Obviously, this is going to be a very, very big game. We advanced to the match day with Arsenal. We're actually now sitting in 5th place. I guess a team played a game. Yes, Chelsea played their game in hand. Chelsea have an interesting season so far. 8 wins, 8 draws, but only 1 loss, so not bad for sure. Let's go ahead and get into this game. We are going to go with our strongest lineup. I'm sure Arsenal are as well. This is the lineup they're going to be going with. Absolutely terrifying front 3. Rice in midfield as well with Odegaard. I mean, yeah, they have a fantastic squad, but we have a pretty good squad ourselves. So let's go ahead and get into this game. Igor will start in center back with Diamande, and hopefully we're going to find 3 points here. Odegaard taking a shot from the edge of the box. Not a bad effort there. 5 minutes into this game, Arsenal are already pushing forward here. It's absolutely, like I said, terrifying playing the front 4 of Odegaard, Saka, Martinelli, and Jesus. Just all very, very quality players. Obviously, I am speaking from experience, saying that I've watched them many, many times this season. I am an Arsenal fan, if you guys didn't know, so I know this team like the back of my hand, as Declan Rice there, our record signing for Arsenal, not ours, the record signing for Arsenal, takes a shot on goal. They have a corner here. They take it short yet again. Saka with an insane pass to Odegaard with an insane pass to Saka, and they make it 1-0 after 8 minutes. We try to go to ground with Igor. Not a great decision there. We're just going to try to cut out the cutback pass. And Verbruggen didn't come for that. Our defenders just get shoved out of the way. And yeah, Gabby Jesus. And it goes off of Verbruggen's head too. I mean, whatever, Oh, jeez. I mean, Gabby Jesus almost put that one in the back of the net from a very, very long distance. Right on the edge of the D. Neto with the ball on the edge of the box. Smith Rowe able to find Sesko. Sesko shot it right at Ramsdale. We needed a goal there, brother. 2-0 down at half is never where you want to find yourself, but we are pushing forward here nicely at the beginning of the half. I see Andy Diouf on the edge of the box trying to go for a worldie of a shot there, but they clear it away. Makes a nice turn inside. Gabby Jesus finds a pass. Verbruggen able to get in the way of that one and able to collect it. Fernandez sticking with it, ends up with the ball, gonna take a shot. Smith Rowe trying to end up with the ball and take a shot as well. Ramsdale did very well to knock that one away. Gedson Fernandez was right on the edge of that 6-yard box and could have found the back of the net. And Sesko wins that header, but can't find the back of the net. We just can't. Gabby Jesus into Odegaard, and Verbruggen can't save that one. 3-0 down to Arsenal after 67 minutes. There's no reason to try to make anybody else tired. This corner into Diamande, and not a bad effort. But again, not the back of the net. Yep, there it is. 3-0 loss to Arsenal here at the Amex Stadium. I'm sure the Arsenal fans are going to be very happy about that one, but obviously we are not very happy about it at all. That was one of the worst losses we've had in a while, actually. I mean, there was just... Going forward, we did very, very little. I mean, we had a couple of shots that maybe were on target, but going forward, it just felt like we were out of sorts in all facets of the game. But now what's really tough is that the schedule just isn't getting any easier. It's getting more and more brutal. The month of December for us is just absolutely jam-packed with games, as well as, the month of November kind of was as well besides the international break. So having pretty much a 3-day break in between every game with this squad is getting pretty tough. We're going to go ahead and simulate to this Newcastle game. But it's really tough whenever you're playing in the Carabao Cup and the FA Cup and the Premier League and then in the, the Europa League or Conference League as well. It's just, there's so many games, which, I don't have a problem with, but it's hard to try to win a lot of competitions or be competitive in a lot of competitions whenever your squad just isn't quite as good as it should be. That's neither here nor there at this moment. We have a quarterfinal matchup here. Chelsea already won their matchup against Stoke. Wolves play Man United. We play Newcastle, and Middlesbrough play Aston Villa. So let's go ahead and get into this game. I mean, the Carabao Cup obviously is, I would say, less important than the FA Cup and less important than, the Premier League, and then I would say even less important than the Conference League right now. But no matter the case, it's still a competition that we want to win. So we're going to try to put forth as good of a team as we possibly can, and doing that while still getting some rotation in. So we have rotated several positions, but let's go ahead and get into this game against Newcastle. We need something to happen here, something good to happen for us, because lately it just feels like everything's been going wrong for us. Newcastle with a very lucky deflection. I believe that was Gordon that had a shot from midfield, and the ball deflected around and ended up at the feet of Harvey Barnes, who puts that one in the back of the net. Wow, what a move. And then, of course, the rebound falls directly back to Andre Santos for a goal. I mean, like I said, it doesn't feel like anything's going right for us right now. There we go. Carlos Baleba pushing forward. Has a little bit of room. I mean, we're just going to keep going forward. We're going to go for a shot. Carlos Baleba, midfield. I mean, he is playing pretty good these last couple of episodes. Like I said, not a lot going right for us, but if there has been anyone that has given us a bright spark and has been a bright spot for us, I would say it's been Carlos Baleba lately. Lewis Dunk, what an insane tackle there on Isak. I mean, easily could have been a penalty. What is that pass? Why is it so weak? It doesn't matter. No. Jesus. We just can't capitalize on any opportunities right now. Uh-oh, Lewis Dunk. Not a great challenge there. Please don't be a red card. Please do not be a red card. Come on, how long does this cutscene take? Yep. Red card. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, he was the last defender for sure. So we are, I mean, I just kind of went in. I didn't really even go in for much of a tackle, but he definitely took him out, and that's definitely a free kick, so we're going to have to switch some things around. All right, and so this is kind of what I'm throwing together here. Since we are down to 10 men, we're just going to go with two strikers up top with João Pedro and Sesko. Jansen behind them in kind of a cam position, center forward position. Diaz and Baleba still staying in midfield. And then we're going to get Diamande in for Jamie Bino Gittins, who has, unfortunately had to come out, but he was kind of tired already anyways, here towards the end of the first half. So making some changes around to hopefully, keep them from scoring again, and we'll try to score one more if we possibly can, but we'll see how it goes. Well, here at the end of the first half, looking at the match facts for the game, it's definitely been a struggle. They have 2/3 of the possession and then 2 expected goals, and, somehow we're still only 1 goal behind, so we do have a chance to get back into this game, especially with penalties at the end, but It's going to be an uphill battle for sure. João Pedro with a nice touchdown to Sesko. Sesko is able to get a shot on goal. We're actually able to get a corner out of that one. We have a lot of people forward here, which makes me nervous, but if we just go ahead and score, then it won't matter. So we're going to hit this one in. Sesko, it was on track for him, but of course, Nick Pope came out to grab it. Oh, Isak. Terrible challenge on Diamande. That's got to be a red card for him. Yes, there's a red card for Alexander Isak, which is going to help us out a lot. This game is getting pretty crazy. All right, Newcastle pushing forward here. Both teams down to 10 men, so it should make it, very interesting. The end of this game, Igor getting in a challenge. Thierry Correa able to get it away. Wow, I mean, this is going to be very, very interesting end of the game. Final 15 minutes here. Now Almiron able to take a shot, and that one gets under Verbruggen's legs. Wow. Again, still nothing going right for us. I mean, I need to see another angle of this. There should have been a defender there no matter what. That's the worst part of this, but like out of all places, from that angle to score under the legs, and we'll take our 3-1 loss here. A 10-man ending for both teams, but a 3-1 win for Newcastle sees them through to the next round, the semifinals of the Carabao Cup. I guess on the bright side, it's just another competition we don't have to worry about, but I would rather win it. All right, up next, we face West Ham in the league. They are sitting one place behind us in the league, only 1 point behind us as well. This is the lineup they're going to be coming out with. I mean, that front four, I guess. Kudus, Bowen, Wilson, and Cornet. Going to be terrifying, more than likely, and then their defense is pretty solid as well. And then this is the lineup we're going to be going with. Pretty strong lineup, but not the strongest we could put out, but we do have some tired legs. Lamptey's going to get in there. João Pedro's going to go up top for Sesko. But besides that, everybody's staying the same. I do see the jerseys are close together, so I'm going to be able to catch that before we get into it. We're just going to go ahead and wear our blue jerseys. I know that that's, not realistic really, but I don't really care because it's going to be the best for us to find the disparity between the two colors. So let's go ahead and get into this game. West Ham do have a corner here after 10 minutes. I had to change the camera angle. There's something about the camera angle whenever you're playing against West Ham at their stadium that it's just not quite as good with the tactical camera that I typically use. So I had to go ahead and change that up. I'm not sure if I like this one. It might get changed again, but we'll see. What I don't like is the fact that this ball is just bouncing around and we are unable to get it away. Neto with the ball over here to Smith Rowe. Smith Rowe on his left foot. Yeah, not a great shot. Didn't even go towards the goal. Gedson Fernandez with an excellent pass out here to Bino Gittins. Bino Gittins looking to return the favor. Gedson Fernandez. Acrobatic in the middle of the box. Maybe could have let that one go to Pedro Neto, but not a bad effort. Mohamed Kudus out on a break. Luckily for us, he kind of takes it to the left side. Maybe got out of balance a little bit. But he's pushing Gedson Fernandez off the ball. We can't get a tackle in. Diamande is able to, but it will be a corner. Keep going. We end up with the ball in midfield. Pedro Neto. Oh, not a great effort, but, I like the shot. I like the idea. An excellent pass through to Bowen. Diamande able to get that one away and able to chest it down. We need to push forward here. Pedro Neto made it inside one defender, got kind of inside another, and is able to go for a shot and finds the back of the net. We take the lead for the first time in this game and for the first time in this episode, I believe, as well. 1-0 over West Ham here after 67 minutes. And a double substitution for us coming in after that goal. Andy Diop is off for Fabricio Diaz, and Bino Gittins is off for Adingra. Veretout inside to Mavropanos, back to Veretout, who's going to cross it across the field. Somehow Cornet gets to that one, but luckily for us, Verbruggen collects. Doesn't matter. 10 minutes left in this game. We need to find a way to keep the ball and keep possession and get a win here in this game. Kirkes with a vital interception. Adingra has so much pace. We just need him to run down this wing and get into the back line of the defense. Alvarez is going to knock that one out. Pretty much 92 minutes gone. Only 2 minutes of added time. And that will be not a free kick, but a corner for us. We'll swing this one in with Neto. Doesn't really matter what happens here. I'm okay with whatever, as long as it doesn't end up with them scoring a goal. Inside to Fabricio Diaz. Over here to Fernandez, who's going to take a shot. That'll be another corner. Smith Rowe into João Pedro. Somehow he's on it, but nowhere to go. We're going to take a shot. Fernandez Areola makes the save, but that's going to be full time. No more corners for us. I don't care. A 1-0 win away from home against West Ham. Very nice to see us back in the win column after that game against West Ham. That brings us back, not really back, but into a good spot. We are in 6th place currently. We have a game in hand on the top 3 teams, so as long as we get a win in this game, we will be up to 37 points. So we wouldn't be too far off the top at all, and we could potentially be back in the top 4. But of course, our opponents are Liverpool, and although they are sitting in 10th place, not having a great season themselves, I'm sure they are still very, very good. So let's go ahead and get into this game. It looks like we do have some tired legs. Smith Rowe will not be able to play in this game. He is just way too tired. Correa does have enough leg. And we'll get Lewis Dunk in. Red card in the last game he played in, so hopefully we do not see that same in this game. But besides that, we can keep everybody in the same as they were. This is the lineup they're going to be going with. Going to be tough no matter what, so let's get into it. Well, already a 1-0 lead for Liverpool after 6 minutes. We have been very bad at giving up goals within, 5-6 minutes in this episode. Luis Diaz outruns our entire defense, finds Cody Gakpo with the cutback pass, or the cross-goal pass, I guess, maybe. And he finds the back of the net, so 1-0 for Liverpool. Andy Diop with an excellent pass out here to João Pedro, who is muscled off the ball. But we are going to get a free kick off of that. Very, very lucky to be called for a free kick, to be fair. We're going to try to cross this one low and hard towards the back post. Getson Fernandez. I mean, if somebody would have got in the middle of the box, wouldn't have been a bad cross, but nothing going. There is no possible way that is a penalty. Like, what even is that? But of course, it goes against us. Cody Gakpo stepping up to take this one. We've gone right all career. We're going to keep going right, and they're going to keep going left. Perfect. 2-0 deficit. Oh yeah, interception in midfield. Getson Fernandez sends Sesko on a run. That defender, I don't know what he was doing, and Sesko puts that one in the back of the net. 2-1 down here against Liverpool. 57 minutes gone. We're celebrating a little bit too hard right now. But you know what? We got 30 minutes left, so I'm okay with it. But Sesko giving us some life. All right, Liverpool pushing forward yet again. Udogie this time finds a back pass to Thiago. Surely we can get the ball away from them this time. Indo going for a shot. Honestly surprised we didn't get called for a penalty there. João Pedro, if we just wait for the run of Neto, he could be through. Our counterattack has been our best form of scoring as of late. We're going to look inside for Sesko, who can't find that top corner. Allison defends his his near post much better than Verbruggen does, that's for sure. 67 minutes gone. Thierry Correa and Andy Diop are coming off for Valentin Barco and Carlos Baleba. Like I said, Baleba has kind of been the game changer for us in games as of late, so we're bringing him in. And, I mean, if he can make a difference in this game, I would take a point in this game very, very gladly. But Getson Fernandez on the edge of the box. Excellent, excellent cross to Benjamin Sesko. You can't ask for much more than that. Let's take another look at this one. I mean, able to get past Joe Gomez, I believe is who that was. I mean, outside the boot cross, over a cross goal to Sesko, who is onside. Levels this game at 2 here at home. If we can complete the comeback, that would be one of the best comebacks we probably had in this entire career mode. Lewis Dunk gets in a tackle and is able to send Pedro Neto through, actually. I would love to get a cross in here. I don't know if it's actually going to work. Benjamin Sesko out-muscled by Joe Gomez. Baleba on the edge of the box. Going to go for a shot. Maybe could have just waited and found a better pass, but we'll take a corner when we can get one. We're going to send this one in, looking for Sesko. Just not able to find him there. Valentin Barco finds Sesko. Sesko's going to look back for Valentin Barco. Is the left back going to be the one to make a difference? Oh, we can't get a pass off. 3 minutes gone. We got to get back on defense. Baleba able to get a tackle in. He did make a difference in this game. I mean, only a 2-2 draw, but a hard-fought game in the league against Liverpool. We will gladly take a point against an opponent like that. And that is now going to take us into the month of January. So we are going to have a lot of emails coming through, lots of loan moves for a lot of players. All of our youth academy players that we brought in are going to be going out on loan. And actually, we only have 2 players left in our youth academy because we actually ended up bringing a couple more in, and we are going to leave them out on loan, or I think we're going to sell a couple of them as well to complete an objective. Leonardo da Costa, unfortunately, still only 15 years old though, so we're going to have to wait to bring him in once he turns 16. And I mean, this message coming through just doesn't make any sense to me. We literally played Thierry Correa in the last game, and we've been playing him like very, very consistently. I guess he's asking for a move away from the club. I'm not sure what's going on with that. Haven't seen that before, but yeah, he submitted a transfer request. So, I mean, his morale shows that he's very unhappy, but everything there, like the playtime and everything, seems okay. So, not sure what that is, if it's just a bug or something, but it's looking like Thierry Correa could potentially be leaving us in this January transfer window. Before the end of this episode, we are going to go ahead and try to make one move. Evan Ndicka, I would love to have you in the squad. Looks like we can get him from around maybe 40 million, so we're going to go ahead and try to get him in. And we're just going to go straight in with an offer of 40 million and see what they say. They actually want to get Fabricio Diaz from us and then a little bit of money, but I do not want that. I don't want to let Fabricio Diaz go, even though he isn't necessarily playing as many games as he probably would like to. We'll offer 42 million to see if that sweetens the deal up just a little bit, and they're going to say that that's perfect. And here he is coming into the squad. We are going to be bringing him in for a signing of 42 million. He, I believe, is going to be on 80,000 euros a week. Evan Ndicka, welcome to the squad. One question I did want to ask you guys in the comments before we leave this episode, I ask you guys about Alejandro Garnacho. He is the 3rd choice left winger at Barcelona behind Ansu Fati and behind Ferran Torres. And I feel like he would fit our playstyle very, very well, but you know, it could be a little bit unrealistic. It is going to cost us quite a bit of money, and it would be a January signing that doesn't, you know, necessarily make a lot of sense, but he isn't getting any game time at Barcelona, so it could make sense for him to make a move. Let me know what you guys think about that in the comments down below. And honestly, I don't think I'm actually going to simulate this game against Leeds. They are actually sitting in 7th place, only 3 points behind us, so it wouldn't make sense for us to simulate this game. So we're going to go ahead and leave the episode there. Let me know what you guys think about bringing in Garnacho, and let me know what you think about bringing in anyone else in this career mode. In the next episode, we will get through the game against Leeds as well as Fulham, and then the game against Tottenham as well. We'll get through the January transfer window, and we'll go ahead and get into the month of February. And it's going to be an interesting month because we will start our campaign in the Conference League. So hopefully we can make some noise in that competition. I'm going to go ahead and leave it there. Very tough episode today, but you know what? That's how it needs to be sometimes. That's just how it is. So thank you guys for watching. Please be sure to like the video. Please be sure to hit that subscribe button if you can, and if you haven't already, just go ahead and do it, you know? But that's going to do it for today's episode. I want to thank you guys for watching. I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.